Imagine an artist's apprentice, diligently studying the works of masters for years, absorbing techniques and styles. The apprentice spends countless hours in the presence of greatness, watching every brushstroke, every subtle blend of color, and every decision that brings a canvas to life. Through observation and practice, the apprentice begins to internalize the secrets of the craft, learning not just how to replicate, but how to interpret and innovate. This process is slow, methodical, and deeply personal, a journey of growth shaped by the wisdom of those who came before. In many ways, this is how AI is learning to create art today. Instead of standing in a studio, AI systems are immersed in vast digital galleries, analyzing massive datasets of paintings, sculptures, music, and literature from across cultures and centuries. These algorithms sift through millions of images and sounds, identifying patterns that might escape even the most attentive human eye. They learn about composition, symmetry, rhythm, and harmony, gradually piecing together the building blocks of human creativity. By examining the works of countless artists, AI begins to understand the subtle nuances that make each piece unique and the universal principles that connect them all. But these algorithms don't simply copy what they see. Instead, they break down each work into its fundamental elements, analyzing brushstrokes, color palettes, musical notes, and word choices. They decipher the underlying rules and relationships that give art its power, searching for the invisible threads that tie together emotion, technique, and meaning. For example, an AI might notice how a certain shade of blue is used to evoke calmness, or how a particular sequence of notes creates tension in a symphony. By mapping these relationships, AI develops a kind of artistic intuition, a sense for what makes a piece resonate with its audience. Like an apprentice learning a craft, AI is developing its own understanding of what makes art beautiful, evocative, and meaningful. It's not just about technical skill, but about capturing the spirit and emotion behind each creation. As AI experiments with different styles and genres, it begins to form its own artistic voice, one that is shaped by the masters, but not limited by them. This process mirrors the journey of every great artist who starts by learning from others before finding their own unique perspective. This process of deep learning allows AI to move beyond mere imitation. By recognizing patterns and structures in existing art, AI can generate new works that reflect those learned aesthetics, creating art that is both familiar and surprisingly original. Sometimes the results are unexpected. AI might combine elements from different eras or cultures, producing pieces that challenge our assumptions about what art can be. In some cases, artists and AI collaborate, blending human intuition with machine precision to push creative boundaries even further. The relationship becomes a partnership where each side inspires and elevates the other. This is where the real excitement begins, as AI transitions from student to creator, pushing the boundaries of what art can be. In galleries and museums around the world, AI-generated works are being displayed alongside traditional masterpieces, sparking conversations about the nature of creativity and the future of artistic expression. For example, the portrait of Edmond de Bellamy by the collective Obvious is a famous AI-generated painting created using generative adversarial networks, or GANs. It sold for $432,500 at Christie's auction in 2018, marking a milestone in AI art entering the traditional art market. As technology continues to evolve, the line between human and machine-made art becomes ever more blurred, inviting us to reconsider our definitions of beauty, originality, and inspiration. The journey of learning from the masters is far from over. It's entering a bold new chapter where the possibilities are as limitless as our imagination. The results of AI's artistic education are already visible across a dazzling array of art forms, from painting and sculpture to music and literature. In just a few short years, artificial intelligence has evolved from a mere tool for automation into a creative collaborator, capable of producing works that challenge our very notions of creativity and originality. Today, AI is not just mimicking human artists, it's forging its own path, blending learned techniques with novel approaches that surprise even seasoned professionals. AI-generated paintings, once confined to abstract patterns and simple color fields, now exhibit stunning realism and emotional depth. These digital canvases can capture the subtle play of light on a subject's face, the intricate textures of fabric, or the fleeting expression in a portrait's eyes. The technology has advanced so rapidly that it's often difficult to distinguish between a painting created by a human hand and one generated by an algorithm. For example, Jason M. Allen's Theater d'Opera Spatial, created with Midjourney AI, won a digital artist contest highlighting AI's ability to produce compelling new artworks. Art AI Gallery offers thousands of unique AI-generated paintings created by training AI on 1,500 years of human art. Each painting is one of a kind and sold only once, showcasing diverse styles and emotional expressions. Visit their website to experience their exclusive and uniquely fun AI artwork. Imagine portraits that swirl with Van Gogh's vibrant, emotive brushstrokes, or landscapes that shimmer with the impressionistic light of Monet. AI can now study the techniques of the masters, learning to replicate their unique styles and even blend them in unexpected ways. The result is a new genre of art, one that pays homage to the past while pushing boldly into the future, where the boundaries between artist and machine become beautifully blurred. Sculpture, too, is being transformed by the digital revolution. Where once the chisel and mallet reigned supreme, now algorithms and 3D printers are opening up new realms of possibility. Artists and engineers are collaborating with AI to dream up forms that would be impossible to carve by hand, exploring shapes and structures that defy gravity and traditional materials. AI algorithms can generate three-dimensional models that capture the fluidity of the human form or the intricate details of organic shapes. These digital sculptures can be rendered in virtual reality, allowing artists to walk around and refine their creations before they ever exist in the physical world. The process is not just faster, it's more experimental, encouraging a spirit of play and discovery. The impossible statue, displayed at Stockholm's Science and Technology Museum, is the world's first AI-generated statue. It combines styles from 5 renowned sculptors, including Michelangelo and Rodin, created through generative AI techniques. Imagine sculptures that seem to breathe with life, their surfaces rippling and shifting as if animated by an unseen force. AI enables artists to push the boundaries of traditional materials, combining metals, plastics, and even living organisms in ways that challenge our understanding of what sculpture can be. The result is a new era of kinetic, interactive, and even evolving artworks. Music composed by AI is no longer a cacophony of random notes or soulless repetition. Today's AI composers can analyze thousands of musical pieces, learning the nuances of rhythm, harmony, and melody. They can improvise, adapt, and even collaborate with human musicians in real time, creating pieces that are both technically impressive and emotionally moving. AI can now generate melodies that are both catchy and emotionally resonant, composing symphonies that evoke the grandeur of Beethoven or jazz improvisations that swing with the spirit of Miles Davis. From classical to pop, electronic to experimental, AI is helping musicians break free from creative ruts and explore entirely new genres. The line between composer and computer is fading, giving rise to collaborations that would have been unimaginable just a decade ago. For example, Terrence Southern produced I Am AI, the first pop album entirely composed and produced with AI tools like IBM Watson Beat, Ampere, AI VA, and Google Magenta. AI was used to compose notation and instrumentation, demonstrating AI's role in music creation. Even the written word is being reshaped by AI. Writers are using AI-powered tools to brainstorm ideas, overcome writer's block, and experiment with new narrative forms. AI can analyze vast libraries of literature, learning to mimic the voice of any author or invent entirely new styles of its own. AI-generated poetry can surprise with its lyrical beauty and unexpected metaphors, while AI-written short stories explore new narrative structures and delve into the depths of human emotion. Simple AI poetry generators, such as one created with Bacchus-Naur syntax, have produced poems accepted by top literary journals, illustrating AI's growing literary capabilities. Additionally, online tools like toolbaz.com offer free AI poem generators that allow users to create poems in various styles, moods, and forms instantly, making poetry accessible through AI. These digital authors are not just copying what's come before, they're inventing new ways to tell stories, challenging us to rethink what it means to be creative in the age of intelligent machines. As AI continues to evolve, the future of art promises to be more collaborative, more experimental, and more inspiring than ever before. The emergence of AI art raises complex ethical questions. As artificial intelligence becomes more sophisticated, its ability to generate images, music, and even literature that rival the works of human creators is both awe-inspiring and unsettling. We find ourselves at a crossroads where technology and creativity intersect in ways that challenge our most fundamental beliefs about art, ownership, and originality. One of the most pressing concerns is copyright. Copyright law was designed in an era when the creator was always human, and the act of creation was a deeply personal endeavor. But now, with AI systems capable of producing works that are indistinguishable from those made by people, the legal landscape is shifting beneath our feet. Who, if anyone, should be recognized as the rightful owner of a work created by a machine? If an AI creates a painting in the style of Picasso, who owns the copyright? The AI, its programmers, or the estate of Picasso himself? This question is not just theoretical. Around the world, artists, technologists, and legal experts are grappling with real-world cases where AI-generated works mimic the styles of iconic creators, raising concerns about intellectual property theft and the erosion of artistic legacy. This question has no easy answers and will likely be debated in courtrooms for years to come. Legal systems are struggling to keep pace with the rapid evolution of AI, and each new case sets a precedent that could shape the future of art and technology for generations. The stakes are high, not just for artists and programmers, but for anyone who values creativity and innovation. Some argue that AI-generated art is simply a derivative work, a copycat creation that infringes on the original artist's rights. They worry that allowing machines to freely borrow from human creativity could devalue the hard work and unique vision of artists, making it harder for them to earn a living or gain recognition for their contributions. Others point out that copyright law has always evolved alongside new technologies, from photography to film to digital media. They suggest that rather than stifling innovation, we should seek ways to adapt our legal frameworks to ensure that both human and AI creators are fairly recognized and compensated. This might mean rethinking what it means to be an author, or even creating new categories of rights for works generated by machines. Others contend that AI, by learning from a vast corpus of work, creates something new and original, even if it echoes existing styles. They argue that creativity has always involved building on the past, and that AI is simply the latest tool in a long tradition of artists borrowing, remixing, and reimagining what has come before. In this view, the act of creation is not limited to the spark of human inspiration, but can also emerge from the complex interplay of data, algorithms, and machine learning. The question then becomes, can a machine truly be creative, or is it merely reflecting the creativity of its human designers and the artists whose works it has studied? Beyond copyright lies a more fundamental question. What does it mean for something to be creative? Is creativity defined by the process, the outcome, or the intention behind the work? For centuries, we have celebrated the artist's unique perspective, their ability to see the world differently and express that vision in ways that move and inspire us. If an AI can generate art that is indistinguishable from human creations, does that diminish the value of human creativity? Or does it challenge us to redefine what makes art meaningful? Perhaps the true value of art lies not in its origin, but in the emotions it evokes and the conversations it sparks. These questions force us to confront our assumptions about intelligence, originality, and the role of technology in society. They invite us to imagine new possibilities for collaboration between humans and machines, and to consider how our definitions of art and creativity might evolve in the years ahead. Or does it simply expand our understanding of what creativity can be? As we encounter works that blur the boundaries between human and machine, we are challenged to think more deeply about the nature of inspiration, the value of originality, and the ways in which art can connect us across cultures and generations. These are not merely academic questions. They strike at the heart of how we value art and the role it plays in our lives. Art has always been a reflection of our humanity, a way to express our hopes, fears, and dreams. Now, as machines become part of the creative process, we must ask ourselves what it means to be an artist and what it means to be human. The answers we find will shape not only the future of art, but also the future of technology, law, and culture. As we navigate this uncharted territory, it is up to all of us, artists, technologists, lawmakers, and art lovers alike, to engage in thoughtful dialogue and to seek solutions that honor both innovation and tradition. As AI continues to blur the lines between human and machine creativity, we must grapple with these ethical dilemmas and develop new frameworks for understanding and appreciating art in the digital age. The journey ahead will not be easy, but it promises to be one of the most fascinating and important conversations of our time.